Mastering compliance adherence. Risk champions are non-existent, compromising operational excellence. Who within the organization is responsible for identifying and mitigating risks associated with non-compliance, and what measures are in place to ensure that such risks are adequately assessed, monitored, and controlled to maintain operational excellence in compliance adherence. Within an organization, the responsibility for identifying and mitigating risks associated with non-compliance lies with several stakeholders who work collaboratively to ensure operational excellence in compliance adherence. The key players involved in this process are: 1. Compliance Officer/Chief Compliance Officer, CCO. The Compliance Officer/CCO is responsible for overseeing the overall compliance program, including identifying and mitigating risks associated with non-compliance. They develop and implement policies, procedures, and controls to ensure compliance with relevant laws, regulations, and industry standards. 2. Risk Management Team. The Risk Management Team, in conjunction with the Compliance Officer/CCO, conducts regular risk assessments to identify potential risks that could lead to non-compliance. They develop and implement risk mitigation strategies to minimize the likelihood and impact of non-compliance. 3. Business Unit Heads. Business unit heads are responsible for ensuring that their respective departments operate in compliance with established policies, procedures, and regulatory requirements. They are accountable for identifying and mitigating risks within their departments and reporting any concerns to the Compliance Officer/CCO. 4. Internal Audit Team. The Internal Audit Team conducts regular audits to assess the effectiveness of the compliance program, identifying areas of non-compliance and providing recommendations for improvement. 5. Audit Committee. The Audit Committee, comprising senior management and board members, oversees the compliance program, reviews audit findings, and ensures that remedial actions are taken to address identified risks and non-compliance. To ensure that risks associated with non-compliance are adequately assessed, monitored, and controlled, the following measures are in place. 1. Risk Assessment Framework. A risk assessment framework is established to identify, assess, and prioritize risks associated with non-compliance. The framework considers factors such as likelihood, impact, and velocity of risks to determine the level of risk. 2. Compliance Risk Management Process. A compliance risk management process is implemented to identify, assess, monitor, and control risks. This process involves regular risk assessments, risk mitigation strategies, and continuous monitoring of risk levels. 3. Compliance Policy and Procedures. Comprehensive compliance policies and procedures are developed and communicated to all employees, outlining the expectations and requirements for compliance with relevant laws, regulations, and industry standards. 4. Training and awareness programs. Regular training and awareness programs are conducted to educate employees on compliance requirements, the importance of compliance, and the consequences of non-compliance. 5. Whistleblower Policy. A whistleblower policy is established to provide a confidential and anonymous reporting mechanism for employees to report suspected non-compliance or unethical conduct. 6. Continuous monitoring and review. The compliance program is subject to continuous monitoring and review, ensuring that it remains effective and up-to-date in response to changing regulatory requirements and business operations. 7. Incident Response Plan. An incident response plan is developed to respond promptly and effectively in the event of non-compliance, minimizing the impact of the incident and ensuring swift remediation. 8. Third-party risk management. A third-party risk management program is implemented to assess and monitor the compliance risks associated with third-party vendors, contractors, and partners. 9. Compliance Metrics and Reporting. Key performance indicators, KPIs, and metrics are established to measure compliance performance, and regular reporting is provided to senior management and the board of directors to ensure transparency and accountability. 10. Continuous improvement. The compliance program is subject to continuous improvement, with regular reviews and updates to ensure that it remains effective and aligned with the organization's goals and objectives. By implementing these measures, an organization can ensure that risks associated with non-compliance are adequately assessed, monitored, and controlled, thereby maintaining operational excellence in compliance adherence.